Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM WSFD-LP Westfield.
Support for the community programming is provided by the Dunkin' Donut shops of Westfield and the Sardina family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
We would have said it, Bob, how'd you
I was so busy looking down here, listening to that. Yeah. Oh, happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, this is not my birthday, incidentally. My birthday isn't
It's your
until...
birthday week.
It's my birthday week, and I'm not going to be here on my birthday, which is actually Thursday. Send money, everyone.
You can always come in and Zoom bomb Bobby G.
Yeah. No. I'm turning 80, everyone. Okay. That's a big one, isn't it?
It is a big one.
Yeah. Do you know anyone? Are your great-grandparents that age?
My
Brady
grandparents
LePage
are both over 80.
They are over 80.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Your great-grandparents or your grandparents?
Grandparents.
Grandparents. Okay. So you can call me Grandpa.
No.
Peter...
we just call you the irrepressible Bob Plass.
Irrepressible might be that. Yes. Oh, well, I like that.
You like that one?
Oh,
Yeah,
I like the irrepressible.
Bob Plass.
Yeah. Well, at any rate, that's Peter Coles in the center square. I'm Bob Plass, as we've just said. I am the representative, I'm the president of Westfield on weekends. Wow, the Wow Center.
They keep sucking you back in.
Oh, my God. No, yeah. Well, they've been sucking me back in since 2003 when we started it. Oh, my God.
You had other presidents for a while. I remember JPEG Luca was president one year.
Yeah, Amber was. There were other presidents, but somehow or other in the last 3 or 4 years...
I try to get away, and they keep sucking me back in.
But that's going to change, Brady.
Really?
Oh,
really?
Yeah. I think as we've got some new board members coming on, who are so exciting to me because they're young and vital and interested in community and interested in the idea of what volunteering really means, and also have a sense of community that I really appreciate. So I'm looking forward to that, and maybe then I become emeritus. Do you know what that is, Brady?
I don't.
Emeritus comes. It is when you are no longer in a position, but they keep you sort of like around.
As a
Valued-
consultant.
Valued
consultant.
advisor.
Yeah.
Yeah, valued advisor. Emeritus means esteemed.
Yeah.
The esteemed Bob Plass or whatever, esteemed. And what does esteem mean? Respected?
Venerated.
Venerated.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I went to Catholic school. I get to use those big words.
Oh, my God, yes. Yes, yeah, yes. Oh, you know where it comes from. It's the same stem as estimation.
Yeah.
So when you give an no, maybe it isn't. A value. Oh, I think it's value.
A value, because there's
Yeah,
because there's a
estimate.
value to what
To
what
having
to
me
you
around.
and you being there. Yeah.
There's always a value for anyone that is wondering about the senior population. There's a value in history. There's a value in experience.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And I suppose now that I think about it, esteemed means valued. So that feels kind of good. I like that idea. I think that then validated. The word value and validated all come from the same word. I think that a word root that vale actually means hail, like hail Caesar. Vale, V-A-L-E in Latin meant hail or whatever.
Yeah.
You're learning stuff.
I am. This is how we know that you were an English teacher. This
How do you do? Brady LePage is a graduate of this wonderful technical academy. All right, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so
We never went that deep into things here.
you never went into
But
the roots of
talk.
words?
We did talk about roots. I don't know. I guess maybe just because it's applied. I learn things better when they're like applied to things, right? Like if I have to sit down and do a worksheet of like 20 things or read a textbook,
Right.
like, it's kind of hard. But if it's just applied or it comes up in conversation, I see.
He's what I call a contact learner.
A
Yeah.
contact alert.
Yeah,
To
or-
make tactile contact with something to commit it to memory.
Yeah, or I have to like screw it up a few times and then I can actually do it the right way, which unfortunately becomes a problem in this world sometimes. But that's how we learn.
Oh no. When you make a mistake, I think the best thing to do is own up to it, and
Yeah.
then move on and try to be better.
Oh yeah,
It's so hard when you have a spouse. When you have a spouse, Brady, down the way. Okay.
we don't talk about that.
All right. Well, we never talk. No.
That's awesome.
He's an Irishman.
We don't talk
He's
about
an
that.
Irishman. Or no. There's an Irish root in your family, isn't there? There are Irish roots. Irish people don't talk about things like that. Okay. But I will. Okay. Now, I think that in relationships, there is that sort of thing where you value the other person's opinion and their experience, etc.
Well, you have to. There has to be a give and take.
Yeah.
If you don't, then I believe it's got to be a give and take.
Yeah.
You can't just have one person that's bossing around. I mean,
Oh no.
because I've seen that before, and I feel bad for the person that just
Oh, sure.
too nice for their own good, and they get
Sure.
bossed around and whatnot.
Well, you've always got to stand your ground, but when I think it's about the idea of underestimating your partner or overestimating your partner, and when your partner makes a mistake, and what do you do about that? And it could be the end of the world, like, oh my God, you didn't close the door of the cabinet. Oh, it's the end of the world, right?
I mean,
Is there anything that you do that your parents think is the end of the world that really isn't the end of the world?
yeah.
Well, give me
I'll come into the house sometimes, and I'll have stuff. Sometimes it's like just, it could be my phone, my keys, wallet, whatever it is. And like you walk into our house and the kitchen table's right there, right? We've got an eat-in kitchen.
Sure.
And I'll put stuff down on the table and they'll get frustrated. Don't leave things on the kitchen table.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
like or the other thing I'll do sometimes, I'll put things on the table, like maybe the night before, and they'll come down to have breakfast, and it's like at the spot at the table where I usually sit, and I put it there because then I'll remember in the morning, I need to take this with me.
Of course.
Right? Like I've done that many times for work. If
yeah.
if I go out and film something with the Osmo, I'll put it on the table because if I don't, I'll forget it or I'll leave it in the car. Or whatever, right? And they're like, don't put things on the table.
Oh, and
that's
is
always
it
the
like
thing.
and is it like it is something that it's like we just went to war or something? Is it that are they?
They'll get
Pretty-
frustrated because
yeah.
they'll be like,
Well,
you need to get things off the table. And
This happens all the time in relationships. I'm wondering about you, Peter Coles, and your new bride. How's that working out? Oh my God! Come on in here.
We had
Just
5
sit.
years of practice.
Yeah. Where are you going to?
Here.
Oh, come on over here. Brady's got. Okay, while you talk. Okay.
Yeah.
You fix this wonderful woman up. All right, and then we'll ask her because
Yeah,
she
here,
has
let's
an
get-
answer. We're being joined right now. This doesn't happen on Jimmy Kimmel. Well, maybe it does when people walk in.
They have
out of-
staff, Bob.
out of nowhere.
There we go.
Here, Jessica Martin is here for my birthday week.
Yes,
Yeah.
happy birthday.
Well, thank you. It's the best gift that I could have to have Jessica on when my notes for this program are kind of scant this week.
Oh, we've got scant notes. I love scant notes.
let's
You always stick so closely to the program too
okay.
that I
She's been here a while. She understands. the
Yeah, no,
mission.
we get 5 minutes in and we go like this.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes I'll be honest. Sometimes I don't even review them. Even when you email them ahead of time,
Yeah.
I will say, "Should I look at Bob's notes?" Well, if I learn what the structure is going to be of the show, it's just going to change tomorrow. So yeah, I'll skip it.
Oh, who cares? Yeah, really.
We never say who cares.
No.
We just know how it goes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, how it goes.
Like
Okay.
if I learn this and I could be doing something else, like let's say I'm going to review the show notes for 15 minutes, but
Yeah.
I could be doing leisure reading for 15 minutes
Something important.
because
Something
even if
important.
I'm prepared, you're going to change the
Yeah.
schedule. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
fine
true.
with that. That's
I didn't know we were going to talk. We're talking about mistakes in relationships. I'm talking about a relationship being a mistake. I'm talking about the end of the world when Sean leaves a door open or forgets to put the
Oh,
seat
yes.
down in there. Is that the-
Hilariously, we just celebrated our 16th wedding anniversary
Oh,
on the 13th of this month, so just a few days ago.
Yeah.
And we call it a team meeting. Like I'm like, oh, it's our 16th anniversary. We should have a team meeting, and it's just like an airing of the grievances. Like what can we be doing better for each other? All these
Listen to
things.
this.
Do you bring out the Festivus poll for that?
Yes, right. We're like, this is neutral. This is a safe space. No one's in trouble. But say what's bothering you, because if you don't, that's what turns into resentment, right?
Sure.
And my complaint was that when he drinks a seltzer, like, just a polar seltzer
Yeah.
or Waterloo, he will leave it on the kitchen counter instead of just opening the garage door where the recycling bin is. Like when I drink one, I just open the door and it's like a game. You toss
You
it and see if
toss
you
it
can
in.
make it in the can. But he just
Yeah.
puts it on the kitchen counter and it sits there until I pick it up and throw it in the
Put it-
can. So I get super annoyed by that. Like, why can't he just throw the can? It's 10 more feet away. Why can't he just do that?
Yeah.
So after I aired the grievance, I said, oh, you know what this is? It's actually more fun for me because now I get to throw 2 cans into the bin because
There you go.
you can't
There you go.
change him.
I've been told
he's
that's a guy thing.
He's going to put it there and it's going to sit there. So instead of being mad about it, I can go, yay, I get to throw another one. So that's how you resolve those things.
Christy
Like,
goes, you left a big can of tomatoes. I made chili yesterday for dinner.
Yeah.
She goes, you left that huge can of tomatoes on the counter. And I said, I washed it out, right? He goes, yeah. I says, we have a dog, right? Yeah. The dog would try to lick it, and he'd probably get a tongue lashing because it's, got a sharp edge.
Yeah.
And she's like, and then she goes, oh, yeah. But you leave other things on the counter, so.
Oh. It's the
I'm like-
end of the
You get
world.
And I'm
You
like,
get there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's the end of the civilized world.
I know.
I've lost my socks.
If we didn't have any
Somebody has
surfaces.
stolen my socks.
Your socks?
No.
gone?
Yeah. I can't find my socks. Okay.
I have a feeling it's James. This is where this
Yeah.
is headed.
That's the dreaded.
I can't, and I've stolen your socks. No.
They were just missing?
Yeah, just missing. And it just happens to be in another part of the house, or some. I took
Wait,
my
are
sock.
are you the person missing the socks? Or are you being accused of not putting the socks in the?
It could be either
Either way.
Either way.
Either way, but it's always socks.
It's well, socks and drawers, socks and drawers and doors.
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 The opening and closing of
Oh
doors.
man, why can't you finish an action?
That's
Why can't you finish what you started?
Yep. So the doors are being left open.
Of course.
Yes. Okay.
Of course they are.
Go.
I don't know. But the idea is that I think what I'm learning is, and this at 80, what I'm learning is that you have to accept the other person's mistakes without feeling as if they really were intentional
But they're
about
trying to.
They are trying to annoy me.
Correct. Yep.
Right,
You
right.
have to let go of that because
Yeah.
you got to let people be people. They can't change, especially now, right? You and James. How long have you and James been married?
20 some odd years.
Yes.
Don't ask me.
I was going to
Please
say,
don't.
and you also mentioned your age. So talking about, the whole new tricks thing when you're like, what, you're supposed to change somebody at this age in life? Like, just let them be who they are.
I think when you get past 30, you don't change, but
That's
you don't change
also
very
true.
much.
Yeah.
You are who you are. You can modify, soften a little bit, but you're not going to change.
So we have this young person over here, Brady. Brady is what? 18, 19?
18.
18.
Don't rush it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when you're in
let him
middle
be
school,
young.
when you're in middle school, you want to be an adult.
Okay.
When you're in high school, you're like, oh, it'll be nice to have the freedom, but you're a little scared. Then you become an adult, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, it was nice being in middle school. Those are the good years.
Oh, it's sort of like when you're
This
thrown out into
this is the time
cruel,
when it's
hard
kind of
world.
scary. Yeah, they just throw you in the water in the cold ocean at like 1 a.m, and you got to swim. You got to figure it out.
They're still doing that to me every day. I don't know when it
Are
ends.
they? All right. Look,
The latest curveball.
yeah. I think that can you teach an old dog new tricks? Only if the dog wants to learn
The
the
dog
new
has
trick.
to be willing to
Yeah,
learn.
dog has
That's
to
right.
wanna learn.
Learn the new trick.
But you can't teach young dogs new tricks sometimes, unfortunately.
Also
They don't
true.
want to learn either. Or they want to learn their own tricks the way they're going to learn them. They don't want to be taught.
Also true, or they already know because in a young age, that is when you feel like you know better sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not always wrong. It's
No.
okay. It's okay to not listen to the old people and try to go your own way too.
Oh, sure.
That's why I tell Brady when we're doing stuff, I'm like, it's okay. I'm going to come up with a different idea than mine as long as it accomplishes the same goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and also
And
at
it
the
might be
same
a
time-
better way than mine.
Well, and at the same time, like you have experience. So, I don't want to just discount that because that's something
Is
that I've
he
learned
your
a lot.
esteemed
Yes.
colleague?
Yes,
Mashing those two
esteemed
things
boss,
together.
department
Esteemed.
head that I report to. So
He is my esteemed. We were talking about, my no longer emeritus, and emeritus meaning sort of like esteemed.
Yes.
Okay, so I will be the emeritus. Once I leave a position, you become an emeritus. But you can be esteemed while you're there.
While you're still in the position.
While you're in this there. Who esteems you?
Who esteems me?
That's an
Is
interesting.
that word?
That's an interesting provocateur.
That's the
well,
word of the day, esteem.
Let's see who esteems me. See, unprepared. That question wouldn't have been in the notes. I'm completely unprepared to answer it. I have no idea what to say at this point.
Jessica, all of us are unprepared for
Yeah,
that
right.
Yeah,
question
you just-
and our answer.
We-
No,
I
you-
think we need to circle back. That requires some thought
All right,
about
okay.
where you.
Well, then
I
I'll-
want to give a serious and thoughtful answer.
Okay,
to that.
all right. So this is a segue, and then we'll come back to that. In Las Vegas, you've been to Las Vegas. You were in Las Vegas recently.
I'm a crazy person. I spent Christmas in Las Vegas last
I
year.
would love that.
Yep.
My
Delightful.
God, was the Sphere
Yes.
there last year?
It sure was. Yes, we did not see anything at the Sphere, but you can't miss seeing the Sphere. So
And
You can
what-
pretty much see it from any
yeah,
hotel room in
outer
the city.
space, I imagine.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
And was it a Cirque du Soleil show, or what? Was it a movie or whatever?
They don't do Cirque du Soleil type shows. They do a lot of bands and then a lot of like IMAX stuff, like 360.
They're doing Wizard of
nature.
Oz. They
Wizard of Oz right now.
Really?
They redid the Wizard of Oz.
They
Sounds
did, yeah.
incredible.
And it's an
Have you
immersive
seen this on
experience.
YouTube. You got to YouTube the Sphere Wizard of Oz.
It sounds
experience.
I haven't seen that. Yeah, I'll have to look that up.
They've
I've seen
redone the
Sphere,
movie so that you
but-
are sitting inside of Kansas, and then you're inside Oz, and they've got all this stuff rigged where you are part of the tornado and the sound and everything.
I'd be concerned about my well-being inside of that show.
Oh, really? Are you afraid of witches?
A little bit, but it also seems like you could get some like motion stuff where you're being overwhelmed visually, like that you might get, some
They tell
some
people that
nausea
have
or something.
epilepsy, do not go in there because you could have a seizure.
A seizure.
Oh my
Take some
gosh!
Dramamine.
And probably a lot of people who don't like to be overstimulated. Autistic folks, that could be a real severe
Certainly
issue or whatever.
overwhelming, yeah.
However, for other people, it is a really great experience, apparently. And what they did was they had an orchestra play with the orchestra on the screen.
Nice.
And a huge orchestra. But then you can get an album of an anniversary album of the Spheres version of The Wizard. And then as part of it, they have Judy Garland singing Over the Rainbow without accompaniment. And she did this prior to recording the song. And the interesting thing, here's this young woman. I think she's younger. She was younger than you when she did this. I think she might have been 14 or some, maybe, I don't know.
Oh, really?
I think they had to make sure that she didn't have, can I say the word breasts?
You can.
Yeah. Because she was playing a little young girl, so I think they bound her. But she is got so much nuance in her voice, and this is the version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow that no one's ever heard. And just listen to her doing this a cappella. It's really kind of beautiful. This is Somewhere Over the Rainbow for my birthday week, because I'm always searching for the rainbow. I'm always looking that if happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? Do you know that song?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
that.
Oh, here it is.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I?
Support for community programming provided.
Bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I?
Support for community programming provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. Visit BettsPlumbing.com or 14 Coleman Avenue, Westfield. Public welcome.
Where will the superintendent spotlight shine next? Join Stefan Zaporowski and Chris Rogers every Thursday at 9 a.m. to find out. 107.5 FM WSFD. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM WSFD-LP Westfield.
Hey, it is Tuesday, and it is, I forgot to tell everybody, it's November 18th, where you are, okay? Where we are, it is, well, it's kind of nice outside.
It
but
is.
Where
It's
we
cold.
are, it is the
cold,
17th. So don't get confused like we are, all right? We never, we're
Who's
always
Bob,
confused.
you know,
Who's
the only people
confused?
yeah, we're fine.
Yeah. Also, I think it's when you mention it that it becomes confusing.
Yeah,
so
because
if we
then-
just don't mention it,
Yeah.
no one will ever
Because
know.
if you just go into the show thinking like, oh, it's Tuesday,
Yeah.
like then you're set.
You could
Now
do the
that-
shock jocks and say 28 past the hour.
Oh, is that what,
Yeah.
is that why
They never
don't-
say what hour.
What hour? What
Oh.
day, what time? Yeah.
Oh, so they could do it. Okay, so we found out that Judy Garland was, what? She was signed to the role at 13.
She was assigned to the studio. She signed with the studio when she was 13, and then 3 years later, when she was 16, she got the role
Right.
in The Wizard of Oz.
So, Bob, are you sure that that wasn't digitally created like by STEM?
No.
Because
no.
you can do that now. You can
It's my
take
favorite thing, the isolated vocal tracks. I love that.
Right, you could take a track and put it on a website, and that's how I recovered all of your IDs without having you guys to have to redo the cross promos. I stemmed them.
Oh, yeah.
So I was able to
I-
separate the music track and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and I was able to redo them.
I saw an interview with Lorna Luft, Judy Garland's daughter, who was talking about this, that this was they wanted to hear the song because first it was going to be cut also. They thought it's kind of slowed the movie up a bit.
Wow.
And at any rate, so you found out that she had to wear
Bob is not wrong. Not that I ever doubt your knowledge on these types of subjects.
Oh,
but
my
Bob
God.
is not wrong.
Bonding.
They corseted her and they bound her before she got in that gingham dress.
Because she was a little bit older, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even at 16, they wanted her to appear younger. So, yeah,
Yeah.
it seems they were trying to tamp down her curves.
Yeah, and Mr. Goldwyn or Mr. Mayer, I don't know which, I think it's Sam Goldwyn, didn't like the idea that she was a little chunky, right?
Again, chunky by whose
Yeah,
standards?
by whose standards?
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. So they forced her on a diet, and I can't believe this diet: chicken soup and black coffee.
I could likely survive. I'm just saying.
Well, we
Quite an
could,
interesting selection for that
but
diet.
black coffee
Yeah,
for
why
a
black
kid?
coffee? Yeah.
Well, to keep her stimulated, to
Yeah.
keep her
keeps that metabolism up, you know?
metabolism up. And the interesting thing, of course, her mother was behind all of this. And she also started giving her pep pills and diet pills in an effort to keep her slim and energized. And the rest is history.
And the rest
folks.
becomes a movie called Arthur later on in your life.
Oh my God! No, that's Liza. Minnelli.
Well, okay, same.
Liza.
Same. No.
Yeah, I know.
Same type of story.
The sad stories are all the same in
Yeah.
Hollywood, I think.
Yeah. But she was the person behind the Valley of the Dolls, the story in Valley of the Dolls.
Valley of the Dolls.
What was
yes.
that woman's name? Seeley, something like Neely.
Neely.
in
Yeah, the
Valley of the Dolls. is
Little
based
Irish
on-
gal, yes.
Yes, yeah. And strangely enough, Judy was on that film. And she, you can actually see her do a couple of scenes from that film.
I'm going to have to watch the film. I've never
You've
seen
never
it.
seen
No,
Valley of the Dolls?
I read the book last year.
Oh.
And,
What did you think
I
of that
meant
book?
to follow up. Again, it was tragic. It was great to read it, and it was really great to read because when you do read it and you think about the era of time it was written in and how progressive it was
Oh, yeah.
to write female characters in the way that the author did, was really
Do you
a big
think
deal
it
at
was
the time.
well written? Because
Oh,
people.
no. People love it, but again, I wasn't like, wow, this is really great literature. But
Yeah.
I did find that for the time, it would have been very scandalous and, a lot to talk about. But
You
no,
know
I
what the
didn't-
Valley of the Dolls
didn't-
refers to?
didn't mow me over.
Dolls. Valley of the Dolls.
Valley of the Dolls.
It takes place in Hollywood, of course, and there's a Frank Sinatra character in the book, and there is a Judy Garland character, and more other characters.
And the
similar.
Valley of the Dolls is a very obscure reference.
Oh, it is
Yeah,
obscure?
so don't kill Brady because he's not going to get that.
Yeah, I'm
Dolls.
Not, I'm not.
I didn't get the connection.
Valley of
I'm
the
not gonna get that.
Dolls refers to the pills.
The pills. So it's a book about drug addiction.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the dolls, the little dolls. are
Little
pills.
dolls. Speaking of coffee, okay, this week.
Yeah, where is my coffee? Speaking
Oh,
of coffee.
jeez. Oh, my
What-
God.
what did I
Holy
even- what
mother.
did I even come in
Peter,
for, Bob?
Peter, we can make one. Brady will make one over here at our
I am-
cure.
I'll
I
make
am
it. I don't know
teasing
how to
you.
use that thing.
I am
like
teasing you.
honestly, I don't know because I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't know how to use it.
Oh,
Back on track. I'm sorry.
we're going to
I
get
just-
you on a diet of chicken soup and black coffee.
And black
can I-
coffee.
We'll have you thin in a week.
It's
She's
just-
How am I
wired as
gonna-
it is.
How am I going
Yeah.
to slim down if I don't have any coffee?
Oh, my gosh. Listen, apparently coffee, this is the good news. Apparently coffee is really good for you.
Excellent.
And especially if you take it in the morning.
Perfect. I'm doing it
And
right.
better to take it without milk
Yep.
or whatever. Take it black if you can, and you do.
I do.
Yeah.
Two cups
Yeah.
every
Me too.
morning. Solid black.
Black
Delicious.
coffee. I'm black coffee too.
So if you have 1 or 2 cups, it has been shown to lengthen your life, I think,
good
or
for
something.
you.
I mean, it's like you're going to reincarnate yourself. It has all these biological effects or whatever. Which brings me to a really interesting thing. This week, Peter,
Yeah. Huh?
I got in the mail, not in the mail, in the morning delivery, okay, I got a delivery of something called the Epoch Times, EPOCH.
Yep. Very well aware of it.
Epic.
Do you know of that?
I do.
I got my first issue of it, okay? And I said, I didn't order this.
It is by the main opponents of the Chinese Communist regime.
Yeah, and it's a Chinese newspaper, religious newspaper.
Why did you receive it?
And it's
It's
in
not
English.
necessarily religious. It's
Yeah.
they've been persecuted by the Chinese Communist Party, and they decided to fight back. The only way they could is by media.
Is that's the news outlet? I saw some videos, surveillance videos that were posted of people coming into their press rooms in their warehouses and starting fires at one point.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I think I'll have to look it up and make sure that I'm not coming up with that. Our next break,
Well-
I'll look it up, but I'm 99% sure that's who I
how
saw. 'Cause I
would
saw
the-
videos of that.
How would the Chinese publishers over there send me a copy?
That's
I mean,
what I
I'm
wanna
not
know.
just me. I'm
what-
sure there were other people
What
receiving
list
it.
did you get on? that
Yeah, you got an
one?
address list somewhere. They needed some addresses.
So they sent. Okay,
I
so
didn't send it to you. I used to be a subscriber, but I didn't send you anything. So.
I thought it was. Oh my gosh, they had a. I don't know if I brought it
Did you
here,
bring it with
but
you?
they had a health section that was so good, and then they had a. Maybe this is it. No, oh God, I got to bring it in next week because I saved it because it was so darn good. Then they had a.
They do really good reporting, though. Believe it or not.
Well, apparently they're a little. Well, this is pro the man in office, and so I got a little frightened about that because I thought it might be a little too right leaning.
But their main mission is taking on the Communist Party because they were persecuted by the Communist Party in China.
Oh,
That's who the founders were. They've since to become a global news organization.
wow! It's called the Epoch Times,
Mm-hmm.
and so they had all these articles that I'm going. This is great. This is good. And then I'm going, who's writing this? I thought it was, I used to get a magazine. It's sort of like USA Today, I think, that was culled from different articles from different news sources all over the place. And it was not, it could be it wasn't leaning either way. It was just giving you these great articles. And I was thinking, geez, this is really good. And then I got kind of frightened. All of a sudden, you put the word, somehow or other, we all know this. You use the word communist, and immediately everybody goes haywire,
Yep.
So when I saw, Peter, I'm glad you explained that to me. So they're against the communist regime.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
They're one of the few media outlets that's they're underground in China, obviously, and a lot of their correspondents have been targeted for death by the Chinese Communist Party, and I think at least 1 or 2 of them have been taken out.
Well, they want to cover that stuff up, so it's no shocker that reporters are being targeted.
Yeah. But I thought, oh gosh, how is it possible that they must have bought, somebody's subscription list or something.
That's exactly
Do you
what
think
people,
somebody
that's
has-
why
Oh,
everyone's always so worried all the time about what they're doing with our data. What are they doing with our data? Well, they're selling it to other outlets to
Well, and they tell you.
Advertising
They
out.
tell you they're going to sell your data. They just put it in that long
Yeah.
bunch of text that nobody wants to
Everyone
read.
just clicks to the
we
bottom.
may share
accepts
we
the
may
details.
share your contact and address information with our advertising partners to further improve your experience with our services and our partner services. Something like that basically means we're going to give your information to anybody who pays us.
Holy mother of God.
Yes.
Yup.
That's the age we live in.
So when it says, will you accept my cookies? They're not talking
Well, that's
about.
not.
That's
Cookies are not
separate.
necessarily a bad thing.
Let-
Yeah,
Yeah, that's just caching
that's
stuff
separate.
basically on your browser. No, when you're like,
I'm
yes,
not-
I accept to your terms of service, or I accept to your contact, or you give them your email for something.
Right.
That's when you.
But okay,
Which
but
is why
I.
everyone's trying to get your email when you sign up for anything, your email or your phone number, because even if they can't sell you something, they can then sell their mailing
They can-
list.
yeah,
so
I
the
know.
more they have, the better it is.
Or their traffic list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that frustrates me now that people want email for the
Everything.
stupidest things. I can't remember where it was the other day, but I went somewhere and they wanted my email just to log on to a guest Wi-Fi network. And I already think that captive portal pages on Wi-Fi guest nets are stupid because they're kind of pointless nowadays. But they wanted my email. And I was like, no, I would rather have terrible cell service than give you my email because I know that you're going to advertise with it.
Yeah, it's a marketing tool.
Well,
Yep.
where is it?
and they've got functions built in. You go to the Holyoke Mall and connect to their Wi-Fi, you'll start getting emails from all the stores in there because and I used to know a guy that did some of their original wireless work, and he was telling me that stores can pay the Holyoke Mall to basically send them a ping to their servers or however it was, a service through the wireless, like,
Yeah.
and basically you get on their Wi-Fi, they know you're there, they'll send you an email.
So is that
It's
why
crazy.
suddenly I am getting like texts on my phone about my shoes? You know those wonderful shoes I wear, the colorful shoes.
They're great
They're called
shoes.
Incas or whatever. Okay, now I'm getting on television all Inca ads.
Well, yeah, you're their customer, so that's a very
Is that
that's
how?
a very
I mean,
straightforward
on
one.
my- yeah, but
of
Yep.
course.
but how did they get connected to my TV?
Oh, because your email is how you're logging in to whatever you're
Yes,
streaming. I'm
right.
sure
Do you have
if
you
you're
have
on
a Google?
YouTube or
Do you have
Yeah.
a Fire TV?
I do.
Because it's
Yeah.
Google.
yeah.
Yeah, they once they
Everything's connected through Google.
because it's all you.
You,
There
you
it
cannot,
is.
You have an
cannot
identity.
hide anymore.
Yeah, you have an online identity, so they know who you are. They know where you go. Because the other thing too is like they'll look at your phone and they know that every Monday around 1:00 you're
Yeah.
here at WTA recording. Maybe they don't know you're recording a show, but they know you're here.
They know you're
Do they know I'm
I've
out
got-
of the house so that
I've
there
gotten to
people
the
are going to
point-
come to my? I mean, there's somebody there, everybody. But
Well,
just
and they
want
can
you to
see
know.
if they really want to. They'll get to know if you're at your house or not based on your Wi-Fi. Because if your phone is connecting to blah 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 Wi-Fi network, they know you're at your house. If it's connecting to WCPC, they know you're not at your house.
Those are the scary ones. Like
Yeah.
that's the scare. Like I get into my car to come here, and my phone asks me if I would like to go to Westfield Technical
Yeah, my
Academy
phone-
because it knows I come here, one Monday a month, and whatever that might be.
Yeah, Apple Maps is really creepy. It just seems to always predict where I'm going to go every single time.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Well, the good news is they can't predict my next song, or they can't predict whatever's going to come out of my mouth because I don't know. Hey, so this is Lyle Lovett.
Wow, I
and,
love it.
and Randy Newman.
Okay.
Okay. We are Westfield on Weekends has been working with Carol Saltis from she's got LBT Realty or something, but we're doing a you know Carol?
I do. She's
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, yeah. She's doing a something for us that we're working with the Elks on, and it is going to be on November 29th, the day of the tree lighting.
Nice.
And in the morning at 10 a.m., we're having a free breakfast with Santa.
Ooh,
But in order
wonderful.
to get to come, you have to do a toy or a coat or some kind of winter getup, I guess.
Got it.
And so, at any rate, the Toy Story characters are part of our tree lighting ceremony, and they're going to be at our North Pole Toy Shop on the Winter Walk, which is in December. And there, God knows, we're just going to have fun with all of these characters that you probably saw at Pumpkin Fest that Carol Saltis and her team put together. Pam Kelly put together too as well. So be looking. And they've got all these boxes that are going to be going out over the next week at various locations in town where people can bring a toy or a clothing item for folks who are in need of that. And it's real. They're working with the Marines, I think, on this project.
Right,
so
yeah.
it's really a good thing, and we're happy to support them. So at any rate, I thought I would play something from Toy Story.
Fun.
You know, Randy Newman wrote the great song "You Got a Friend."
That's one of my favorite songs. I love that
Really?
song. Yeah, I love that song.
Have you heard Lyle Lovett's version?
I probably
you
have.
don't know who Lyle Lovett is.
No, but I probably have heard it.
Who's
though.
Lyle Lovett married to? He's
Famous for being married to Julia Roberts. I don't know who he's married to now, but
Oh, is he still married to Julia?
I don't think so.
You don't think?
We're gonna have to look that up.
Oh,
I
my
don't-
God.
I don't think that lasted very long.
Yeah, you know Julia Roberts.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, Lyle Lovett is a great composer. But he's not composing this song. It's Randy Newman, the composer, and Lyle Lovett. You've Got a Friend.
Please help me welcome to the stage to sing his song from Toy Story, You've Got a Friend in Me. One of my songwriting heroes, Randy Newman.
Got a friend in me.
You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed,
You just remember what your old pal said. Boy, you got a friend in me.
yeah, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
You got a friend in me.
If you got troubles,
And I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you.
if we stick together, we can see it through. 'Cause you got a friend in me.
Yeah, you got a friend in me. Some of the folks might be a little bit smarter than I am.
Bigger, stronger too.
Maybe,
But none of them will ever love you the way I do.
it's me and you, boy. And as the years go by,
Our friendship will never die.
you're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me.
You got a friend in me.
Yeah, you got a friend in me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Newman.
Underwriting for the community programming is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here. Join us the second Wednesday of every month for Joe Didi's take on, well, everything. Listen to The Joe Didi Show, second Wednesday of every month at 8 a.m. 107.5 FM WSFD. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM WSFD-LP Westfield.
Wow, it is November 18th, 2025, and counting where you are. And we are hoping that you're having a good week. I'm going to have a good week because it's my birthday week. And thank God, there is no celebration of my birthday.
What do you mean, no celebration
not that
of
you
your
know
birthday?
of. Watch, we'll come and throw you a surprise
I'm telling you,
can't
no,
surprise-
there will not
we
be a.
can't
I'm
surprise
telling
you.
you right
You
now.
know what?
We have
We're
to
gonna-
worry about killing you with a surprise party at
We're
your
gonna
age.
we're gonna hire we'll hire that band. We'll get the band from Pumpkin Fest and have them follow you around and play you an anthem.
I
all
like
day.
it.
Cue the go-go dancers.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
yeah. What is this?
Wait a
Was
second.
this a little Stevie Wonder here?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I like that song.
Yeah,
There doesn't have to be a party.
there is
per
no,
se.
no.
No,
But you need
an
to
appreciation
celebrate
of the
turning 80
esteemed
years
Bob
old.
Plass.
Yes.
An
That's
appreciation.
the
Yes.
esteemed. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
an
The
appreciation.
esteemed Bob Plass has had enough celebrations for a lifetime,
Stop
and
it.
I produce celebrations. And I
it.
said
That's
to
true.
Kathy-
You are kind of
yeah,
the guy that,
yeah,
that
yeah.
a lot of the celebrations.
Yeah.
Who celebrates the celebrator?
No one needs to celebrate the celebrator because when I walk into a room and I see a bunch of people standing around like a cocktail party, one of the most anxiety-provoking things for me is, will I have anything to say? Or I
don't think-
I know
Can you
you've been
see
at
the
You
face
cocktail
that
shouldn't
I'm
worry
making?
about. You shouldn't worry about having anything to say.
I
mean,
find that incredibly hard to believe.
I
Yeah.
cannot. I am so anxious about this idea. So on Thursday, I'm going to have dinner at Tribeca.
Nice.
With where we on the walls are two of our exhibits from the past. Our Journeys of Westfield, Faces of Westfield exhibit, our Essence of Aging. Photographs, portraits by Billy Hughes are there, and they're really wonderful. We're still putting the exhibit up with some things to tell people who these people are and why this is up. But it's a beautiful exhibit. So I'm going there with Dennis and Michael, and my friend. Here I am telling everybody. A couple of other.
yeah,
friends.
now we're all going to show up.
All right,
Yeah.
a couple
And
of other friends.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
and you still have a cat photo.
Everyone listening.
Oh, I have it. I have it at home. It's on the way. I got it out of the office, and now it's in my house.
Oh, okay.
Peter. Ready to be framed by you know who. But at any rate, okay. So I said to everyone, James was planning a party where I was going to come in and shake people's hands and thank them for coming, and then move on to the next person, and
That's no
be
fun
as
on your
anxious as.
birthday. Yeah, no, we don't want that for you on your birthday.
I don't like that. I don't want that.
Bob experienced his first chill wedding.
But I
Yeah.
insist though that you.
I want to celebrate with. Well, no, I'm going to celebrate for the next maybe 3 months with particular groups of people
Okay.
rather than
So like a bunch of little celebrations.
little celebrations.
So is this your first little celebration?
it's
for
my
your
little
birthday?
celebration.
So this is the first one right here.
Well,
Oh,
There
because
you
it's
go.
my
We're
first
kicking
little
it
one.
off.
No. We have to have drinks and cake.
we got drinks right here.
Oh,
And this,
oh,
this
yeah.
whipped
by the
cream,
way, did you end
you
up
know?
getting a piece of cake at my wedding?
I don't have a drink.
Did I have a piece of cake at your wedding? Yes,
No.
I did.
You did? Oh, good. You did
Oh
better
my
than I
God,
did.
yes. And I think I even passed it out. Oh, yeah. I think I did. I passed it out to folks. Did I pass it? Didn't I give you a piece of cake?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think it was sitting next to me.
honestly,
So
that-
Jessica, at my own wedding party, right there, I saw one piece of cake on our table. So my wife was really her friends from line dancing were there, so I was trying to corral her into having some cake with me, right? So all right, I'm not going to chew the cake down. I had one bite just in case, you know. So we get finished the wedding, the cake's still sitting there. She realized she didn't have any. She ate the whole piece, and I said, I got like a bite, and she's like, "Are you serious?" So we contacted the person that made us the original cake.
Right.
And she made us a little 6-inch cake decorated the same way as the first one.
Love it.
One tier job. And we're having that this week. So I finally got some wedding cake.
Oh no.
Also, don't forget to
lovely.
save a piece for next year. You know that tradition, right?
You put it. You have it for.
I know. I thought that was only
for
first
years.
wedding.
It's great. Oh, well, sorry. I haven't had a second wedding, so
I know. Yeah.
I don't know the rules
Oh,
there,
oh.
but I think it was just to speak to the longevity of your marriage. So, and who doesn't want to eat year-old cake on their anniversary?
Frozen. Yeah.
Frozen. No. But no, I have told people this, and if you're one of those out there that is planning on celebrating my birthday, I want you to know that I love you, I appreciate you, and I want to celebrate with you in a small group so that I can talk to you and not try to just have cocktail conversation. And that is the real truth. And believe it or not, I've been up for the last 2 nights ruminating about the fact, please God, don't bring me into a room. I've told you already that I don't want this. And James had all the list and everything all prepared to go out. And I said, I do not want this. I do not want it.
That's, I think, acceptable and
Isn't
totally
that-
fine. Yes.
But to know that if you're on my list of people, and you all know who you are, and even other people who may not ever have been invited to a party to see me or whatever, you could do me a favor and celebrate my birthday, but in a way that is about the times that we live in, which means that you might want to donate to a charity. You could donate to Westfield on Weekends. That would be wonderful, actually, if you wanted to do that. Or you could donate food or something. But, it is so funny. Adam Wright had said something on the radio, and I'm not sure I agree with this, but or it was on a message. There was a big community celebration. It was a big ball, a fundraiser ball this week, and
Bright Nights.
Okay. And what Adam was saying was it felt a little bit ill-timed to see people who have paid lots of money to an organization, all rather than having that money go someplace else.
So you'd
I
have
don't
that
know.
organization fail. You could do 2 things at once.
No, I think that's true. I absolutely.
I
think it's
disagreed
true.
with him on that. I didn't post about it, but I disagreed with
Yeah.
him on it because I'm like, the world needs to keep going on. You can't
Right.
just stop life because
No.
one thing goes wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that the idea of, well, if I'm going to spend, let's say, if I'm going to spend $150 for a ticket, okay, and 50 of that is going to go to paying them for the meal and the venue or whatever that ticket price is, well, take that money and give it away. Or use it for your
But he
organization.
didn't say the same thing about the Noble Ball, and that happened during the same time period. So
Yeah, I know.
I find that
know.
disingenuous.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to see him sometime during the celebration of my birthday, so I'll.
You know what I'm saying?
Have that,
You'll bring
it
that
up at that
discussion.
time.
No, I know it's
I understand what
it's
he
an
was
interesting
saying.
thing to if you see people celebrating and happy. But that's the truth of the matter, isn't it? Isn't
Yeah.
that what life is? That there is these things that make you sad.
Life
and
is not
things that-
myopic.
things that make you happy.
Of course.
And there's some place, and we all have to sort of live in that space. It's hard.
I know, but it's
What do
also.
you think on that?
Well, I think it's easier for everyone if we're less critical of each other. So instead of coming down on people for spending money on something, we don't know what else they spent their money on, or if they do other charitable endeavors. Like maybe going to this ball is their reward for, all of the other community services they do, or they work really hard to earn their money. So how can they not choose to spend it how they wish? Like, why does everyone have to say something could be done better with the money that you have? Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think being critical of how people spend
That's a kind
is
way
the,
of looking
yeah,
at it.
it's not
much
really the
kinder
right
way.
approach. Like the person who said it should just have made a donation that day and said, oh, those people are out, fraternizing, and I don't agree with that, so I'm going to donate $100 to a local charity to make myself feel better instead of publicly scrutinizing other people's choices.
Yeah. What do you
Kindness is key.
Yeah, I'd agree with that because it's like, it's one thing if somebody decides that they're going to complain about something respectfully and then make their own choice. But if they're going to complain about a bunch of other people and then not do anything, and that's like an across the board problem, I feel like, especially like nowadays, a lot of people will complain, but then they won't do anything themselves to kind of make a step in the right direction. But yeah, if people work hard, self-made, and they're making their own money, then of course they can spend it however they want. I would hope that they would do something to help people out that maybe aren't as fortunate or aren't in a position where they're making as much money, but the people making whatever they're making that are able to contribute to this and that and everything else, they ultimately get to make the decisions.
You know, I used to pass
To
over
his point, can I say one more thing?
Oh, sure, of course.
The idea that the person who's making the negative comment and taking the time to do that on social media, that they could have spent that time in a more positive and constructive way is also my feedback, because you have time to read about this, ruminate, make a negative comment. What could you have done instead of that thing, right? Spend your time more wisely as well.
Now, he might, knowing Adam, he might say, well, I was a provocateur, and I wanted everybody to get
talk
into the
about this.
conversation
Yeah. Also,
about this.
fine with me.
However,
Yes.
I sort of agree with you on this.
Yeah.
You know, we can't.
I'm a go-to-work person.
Yeah.
Like, stop paying attention to what everybody else is doing. Put your head down and do your best for yourself and those around you. And keep your mouth closed otherwise.
Yeah, and we all know when we're the interesting thing about the whole thing is intention.
yes.
Okay. Now, what is the intention? It's like with parties or whatever. Okay. My friends are really kind and wonderful, saying you got to celebrate your birthday. I want to help you celebrate your birthday, but they also have to recognize that my intention by saying I don't want to deprive you of a wonderful celebration.
Yes.
But the truth of the matter is, you might enjoy time with me at a table where we get to talk and laugh together, rather than have me come up and say, thank you
Yes.
for coming tonight, Jessica.
And it's your birthday, so you should get to choose how you spend it. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
And I totally understand your whole point about, like, it's overwhelming when there's so many people. It's too much, because, like, I totally don't mind going to a big party.
Right.
But I would
I
never
saw
want
that.
to be the center of
Hosting
attention.
a big party is a different story.
Being the center of attention at a party. Because, like, even if I was hosting the party, if I'm doing stuff like, you know, prepping food or whatever it is, like that's fine. Like, if it's a Christmas party,
Right.
But like if it's a birthday party for me, like being the center of attention, there's too much, because everybody wants to talk to you, and then you feel bad if you want to talk to one person about something, because then all these other people, you're not talking to them, then maybe they'll think negatively about you because you don't want to talk to them. It's the whole thing.
It's a hard one, and
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people have party anxiety. Do you guys have party anxiety at all? You don't. Do you have party
I have the
anxiety?
exact same thing that you're expressing. I just had my annual party in October.
know, I
which
loved-
I
it
missed
killed
you at
me.
so bad.
Oh,
I know.
my God.
It was poor timing. It was the same week as Pumpkin Fest,
Yeah,
so your
yeah.
excuse was
Oh,
a good
oh,
one.
all right.
But it is true that my party is it's a client appreciation party. So I
Right.
invite all of my people to the party, and
Right.
we have really great food and usually a really great
Wonderful
venue,
time.
and it's great. But I get incredibly anxious the day of, because I know I'm going to have to talk to everybody, and there's not enough time. And you have to just keep moving through people. So I always feel like I'm brushing people out. Like, I was talking to Bob, and then Peter came in, and I said, excuse me, Bob, I have to talk to Peter now. And you always feel like you're ending things abruptly. And at the end of it, I'm like, it was 4 hours, and I don't even know what happened. And the food is gone, and
You haven't had any
I'm very
food
thirsty.
and you're
Yeah.
hungry. And,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, so it is stressful when you're the star of the party, for sure.
Oh my God. I went to
That's why I like to DJ. I even DJ at my own wedding.
well.
Get to stand behind the
Oh.
booth. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Or you get away from people, or even if it's like a family gathering, right? Because we'll have,
we're
like,
all about to have family.
we'll have a
Okay.
Thanksgiving gathering, and it's
Yeah.
like, and everybody wants to catch up with everyone and talk, and everybody wants to ask, especially like me at my age, they want to ask, like,
What are you
everybody
doing?
wants to
What
know.
are you doing?
Yeah,
What are you
are you
doing?
doing?
Oh, yeah.
So after a while, it's just
Oh my
like, you know,
God,
I can't take it. I'll sneak off to the kitchen to do all the dishes every year for like the
Yeah.
past, I don't know, 10 years. I've gone to do the dishes.
You know
and,
something?
and
You
I
wanna
and
hear
I
the-
love it. I think
Wait
it's
a minute.
therapeutic.
Everyone else loves it too,
This
I'm
is
sure.
my-
Oh yeah, they love it. Yeah.
He's using my trick.
Yes.
Every time I'm at a party, if there
You
is
start
indeed
cleaning up.
a break and an opportunity for me to go and wash dishes,
Yeah.
I would prefer to do that. And then somebody can come in and they can stand while I'm washing it. But I feel like I'm doing something for one, but also sometimes I'll pass hors d'oeuvres. Or that's a good way of
something
take
to
a
do.
shore.
give me a
Quick interaction.
quick interaction.
Or even like any event now. Well, especially like in the city, because it's hard for me to just sit there. Like I'll either chat with people or like, because 99% of the time, if I go into like say the tree lighting, like I'm going to be there working. Like I couldn't see myself just standing there and watching the tree lighting. Like I would want to keep myself busy, or I would want to be chatting with everybody. I can't be passive.
Yeah.
I just don't have that ability.
For me, it is also, and I don't know if you know me, but oftentimes I end up talking wow rather than me.
Yes. Yep. That's a good diversion as well. Yeah.
But that then becomes work, because then I have, and I'm trying to. I don't know. It's a lot of work.
It's
tough to be esteemed,
socializing.
Bob.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's hard being popular, Bob.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, listen. Let's accentuate the positive. Today's Johnny Mercer's birthday, 1909, and he wrote this song with Harold Arlen. And there are many folks who have done this song. And if you want to hear Aretha Franklin's version, she's really great doing this accent. They accentuate the positive.
Aretha Franklin? That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Which one are you going to play? You're not playing her version.
No,
you're
I'm
playing
not.
his version.
I'm going to play somebody that I don't even know.
Oh.
Who's a wonderful jazz person named Bill Henderson. And I listened to lots of versions of this song in order to choose this version, only because it built. It had a beginning and a minute and an end. You know what the lyrics of Accentuate the Positive?
No, I don't.
Eliminate the negative. Latch on
go.
to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. in between.
Eliminate the negative. I think
Right.
that's something we all just need to work on.
Yeah.
Always just eliminate the negative.
Yeah. Oh, and there is something to be said for Johnny Mercer's lyrics. He didn't write the music. He's written a lot of wonderful songs with words and music. This is one that he wrote with Harold Arlen, who wrote Over the Rainbow.
Oh.
Look at everything's connected,
tying
isn't
it
it?
together.
Yeah.
Everything's connected.
All
in the
right,
musical world. I've
accentuate
come to
the
learn.
positive. This is Bill Henderson. He was a wonderful jazz performer. Listen to this great version.
I gather around me, everybody gather around me while I preach some, feel a sermon coming on me. And my topic is sin, that's what I'm again. If you wanna hear my story, settle back and just sit tight while I start reviewing the attitude of doing right. All you have got to accent, accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative, and latch on to the affirmative, and don't mess with Mr. In Between. You've got to spread joy up to the maximum and bring gloom down to the minimum, and have faith. Our pandemonium is liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah and the whale, Noah and the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man had said we'd better accentuate that positive and eliminate that negative, and latch on to the affirmative, and don't mess with Mr. In Between. You got to accentuate that positive, eliminate the negative, and latch on to the affirmative, and don't mess with Mr. In Between. Spread joy up to the maximum and bring gloom down to the minimum, and have faith. Our pandemonium is liable to walk upon the scene. to illustrate my last remark. Gonna land a whale or a yard. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? And they said we better accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative and latch on to the affirmative and don't mess with Mr. In Between. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. I said don't mess with Mr. In Between.
Support for community programming provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. Visit bettsplumbing.com or 14 Coleman Avenue, Westfield. Public welcome.
Want to know what's trending at Westfield Technical Academy? Join host Kevin Daly and Carol Groom to find out all things Tiger. Tiger Talk, Thursdays at 8 a.m. 107.5 FM, WSFD. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM, WSFD-LP, Westfield.
Well, it is Tuesday. It is November 18th, 2025. The youngin' has gone off. He's such a good man. Brady LePage has gone off to sights unknown, and he's got work to do.
He's got a lot to do.
He's got a lot to do.
He's young. We got to keep him busy.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. It's now just the two of us. The clouds have rolled in behind us. It is. But you
More
agree.
snow coming.
More snow. What is there? Snow? Are we going to
There's been snow
actually have
showers.
snow?
There's been snow showers all day.
I saw a little bit last night, too. I haven't seen any with my own eyes today, but I did see some last
Really?
We saw some in the camera during the 8 to 10 show on Monday.
Yeah. It happened last week. I saw some flurries, but we don't have anything on the ground planned. Is there going to be something on our ground? I
haven't heard a forecast of accumulation.
Yeah. Yeah. I think in other parts of the country there's been snow.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So you agree with my idea about the birthdays and all that sort of stuff?
Yes, I think that a person should be allowed to celebrate their birthday at the very least in the way that they want without any compromise or input from others. You should be able to decide what you want to do on your birthday.
Now, both Sean and you have decided you celebrate. You know, I have speaking of wow, we have that wonderful exhibit up at Tribeca, and on the wall, that one of the pictures that is not on the wall is of this lovely couple who go to Walmart or Big Y for every event in their lives for birthdays, and they find a birthday card, and they read the sentiment to one another, and then they put the card back.
Stop it. They don't buy
That's
the card.
their tradition.
They're just like,
they
this
don't
is the
buy
one
it.
I picked for
they
you.
just pick. Yeah, really.
I would like to start doing that.
Yeah, yeah. But
That's a great tradition.
What do you do?
For my birthday?
Yeah. No, what like you went away this year for your birthday, think.
No. Did we? No, not this year. I can't.
When is your birthday?
I'm getting old.
I want to go away for my birthday, but it's the dead of winter.
September.
Oh.
We usually go away for like milestone birthdays. Sean's birthday, we go to Miami every year, and this year is going to be the first year we break it. His birthday's in February, and he has to play a show in California, so it's going to be the first year in a decade that we don't go to Miami to celebrate.
So you're
his
going out to
birthday.
California with him?
No, probably not.
Oh,
I just
okay.
spent I did a work trip with him last week, and
Yeah. And, yes. And what? There was a pause there that we all recognized
It's
in
a
relationship.
lot. It
What?
sounds sexy to go on the road with a musician, but it's their job. It's not as sexy as it sounds.
Yeah, they're working. It's like when I go to cover a rocket launch.
Yes, and it's so. Also, this was like a very weird circumstance. His work was on a cruise ship, so I got to go on the cruise with him.
Wow.
And
out of where? San Diego or something?
No, Miami. So we did
okay.
Miami to Cozumel, Mexico, and back.
Right.
And the activities are on the boat, so it's not about the destination because it's one band that has essentially chartered the whole boat, and then they invite other bands that
To
fit
play a festival.
to
yeah.
yes, and it's every day. So every day there's an activity with band members, there's autograph signings, photos, and then there's shows all day and all night long. So Sean's band had to play 3 times in the 5 days that we were on the boat, and then they hosted a trivia night on the boat so that, you know, the fans of the band could come play trivia with the band members. And being on a boat made me very anxious, and sitting around, there's a lot of sitting around when you're waiting to perform. So,
yeah, you're telling me?
yeah,
Oh,
so
gosh,
on the boat, it was great because we had a spa that we could use, and we had like an artist lounge. They had closed one of the restaurants down on the boat, and they made that access only
Like a
for,
green room.
Yeah, for the performers.
performers.
So we could all go in there, and they always had like a buffet with it was 24-hour food, so they would switch the buffet over based on meal times. They had self-service like alcohol and soft drinks. And then it was awesome because it must be a piano bar when it's the
Yeah,
regular
sure.
venue. So they had a piano, they had 3 or 4 guitars set up, there were keyboards. So then the musicians who were in the room while they
Could
were
jam.
sitting around could just hang out. So that was
Warm up
wonderful.
stuff,
yeah.
yeah.
So we did a lot of like playing cards, playing music, and just
You didn't go
hanging
out by the
around.
pool?
Peter, the pool had a stage on top of it.
Oh, they closed the pool.
There were 2 pools. One was occupied with a stage on the deck, and then the other one was like the smaller pool. So I imagine it was maybe the adults only pool on the regular cruise. And it was so full of people that you couldn't have paid me money to get into. I have a weird thing about getting into water with strangers. I don't love that.
Ooh. Yeah,
I don't love that. But they had really nice hot tubs in the spa, so we would take a hot tub. They had like his and hers spas, and you could go and just kind of sit in a tub there, which was really nice. But yeah, the waiting was a lot for me. Just like what are we
Waiting
gonna do
for
now?
Sean to perform?
What time is sound check? What time is the show? And then after the show, you got another activity to do. And so the traveling is stressful for me. Again, back to in the current time that we live,
Right.
I don't love technology. And now when you go to the airport, you have to check your own bags. You have to tag your own bags. You have to bring them to get checked. And then you have like all the things you do yourself that there's no customer service person for. I'm like, what did I pay for my airline ticket for if no one's helping me do anything?
Yeah.
So I get very stressed out by all of that because that's actually my negative thing when we're talking about being positive and negative. I get very worked up about how there's no more customer service agents in any of our job, anything. I have to check myself out at the grocery store. I don't work at the grocery store. So the price of food is more expensive than ever, and I have to ring up my own groceries and I have to bag them myself.
Bag and
What am I paying for?
Yeah.
So I get frustrated about that. So yeah, I will not be traveling to California because it's a long flight, and there's not a lot of opportunity to have a fun time other than I love to watch him play.
Yeah.
But I mean, to travel.
Was this
to
a
California,
heavy metal cruise?
it was more of an emo cruise.
An emo.
Sean's band is weird. They kind of toe the line of a lot of genres. Some call them hardcore, some call them metal, some are a little bit of a heavier emo type of thing.
Emo. What is the emo?
It's emotional, heavy music. So
Emotional, heavy music.
Yeah,
Oh my
emo.
God. I heard this great new well, I think she's an old performer, but I listened to her because of all people, Andrew Lloyd Webber said that this musician is like the somebody that is going to change the course of music. Her name is Rosalia.
No.
Do you know Rosalia? And her new album is called Lux, Lux. And she sings in 13 different languages.
Whoa.
She's a Spanish from Spain, I think. Castellan. I think that must be Spain or whatever. But you can see her interviewed by Jimmy Fallon on his
Jimmy
show.
Fallon?
Yeah. So she is incredible. And her music has classical elements and rock elements and oh my God. And even I'm listening to the song and I said, geez, I got to play this. It's on my show. And then all of a sudden there's the F word in it.
Oops.
And I said, oh God, oh my God. But prior to that word, it was really wonderful. And the song is about her spiritual journey. So when she's talking about spiritual stuff in Italy, she sings Italian. When she's talking about it in Portuguese, she sings in Portuguese.
I like
it.
it.
It's a really interesting concept. But she sings like a dream. And well, at any rate, check her out, everybody. Rosalia.
Rosalia, got it.
I'm sure you might see her on Saturday Night Live or one of those really very soon. Hey, how do people find you, and who are you?
Oh, it's me, Jessica Martin.
Oh, yeah. From where?
And Maverick Realty, and you can find me at jessicamartinrealty.com. And if you Google anything that says Jessica Martin Realty, it will take you to my webpage or my Instagram or Facebook or wherever. But find my email, phone number. That's the best way to contact
Now,
me.
when we put in Jessica Martin into Google, does it come up you?
Yes, Jessica. Well, with the word realty, there's probably 2 or 3 of us in the country with real estate licenses, but I'm the recognizable one with all the tattoos and, a Massachusetts real estate license. So I know there's one in Colorado.
Yeah. Do you do that TikTok stuff?
Absolutely not. No, I've been off social media almost 3 years.
Oh my God, yeah. See, this is a woman who, you're like a pioneer for all this.
I do
You're
the best
like
I can.
back to your roots.
Well, I try to follow my own advice, and I think part of the reason people are so consumed with themselves and are being so critical of others is because they're constantly being fed nonsense through social media. So you believe everything you see, even though you know what you're posting is not 100% accurate. And everyone just goes along doing that. So I decided unplugging from that would be the best for me overall to be, keeping my judgments of others in check.
I would be
lest I be judged
sure.
myself.
Oh my God, yes. I would be interested to see how your day is spent compared to, let's say, my day on the internet.
Well, take away all of the time that you're scrolling on social media and consider what you would be doing instead of doing that. So sometimes when you're just killing time, waiting for something to happen, standing in line at the bank and you're scrolling Instagram, I am standing in the bank, maybe taking a couple deep breaths and observing what the people around me are doing, which is super healthy and awesome to do. And maybe you give somebody a compliment and tell them you like their shoes or their haircut because you noticed it because you weren't bent over your cell phone.
This is so good.
Yeah.
Intentional.
Yes.
Intentional.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, do you consider being on your computer, the internet?
A horrible chore, yes. No, I completely appreciate technology and the internet, and think it should all be, used for all of the good purposes and things it accomplishes. It's the social media that gets me down because it's something that we all feel like we have to engage in. But I think there's very few people where the results are 100% positive for them. And I do think there are people
It's a
doing
cesspool.
Yeah, I think people are doing positive things with it. And I think it has become a little bit true that, like, if you're not there, do you even exist? But I don't think that you have to be there. And I do think it's healthier to be there in a limited fashion or not at all. Yeah. To have more focused interactions with actual humanity than to just throw things out into the ether and see who it sticks to or who it riles up.
Now, does that include TV? Do you include TV in that as well? Or
no,
radio?
I love things that were created for my consumption that someone took the time to create. So I will watch a movie, a film. I want to listen to a record or a song. I will even watch a crafted and created, the YouTube stories, podcasts, like things that people actually put time and effort into creating, like, because I want to support the arts and I want to be entertained, but I don't want to be entertained by scrolling through, the 15-second reels that people put up because someone else did it and it was funny. So now someone else is doing it and someone else is doing it and they're a stranger to me and it's all just vapid waste of your brain watching it.
It's an interesting thing when I do the Instagram reel, and my Instagram reel can be inane in some way. In some way, I try to make it about what's happening in our town and to inform people. But the one that just recently got the most hits in a long while, I got 2,000 hits for this interesting reel.
Tell me all about it.
For my reciting the poem In Flanders Fields Where Poppies Grow, with something crosses row on row. It's a Veterans Day poem.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's why you get the poppy when you donate to the.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And so I record this. I do the Instagram, and then with 2,000 hits.
That's great.
In no time.
That's great.
And I thought to myself, well, maybe that's my niche, is just doing poetry.
Yes.
And then I thought, but I also want to talk about a book I read or whatever. And then I start to think, is that all about what's my intention?
It's your
What's my
platform.
intention?
What is your intention, and who is your audience? That's the other question.
Well, my audience can be those beautiful women who want me to wed them.
This is news to me. Yeah.
No.
Should I be jealous, Bob?
No, not in the least. They don't last very long. They come on and
Are they from other countries? Can we get on 90 Day Fiancé together?
Sometimes, yeah. And they are. You immediately know who they are by their picture, because their picture isn't just you smiling. It's
a very sexy
bending over
picture,
and
yes.
sexy pictures and stuff.
It's a sexy robot sending you a message.
But I get a lot of folks who, when I do that hashtag, and I might do hashtag poetry or hashtag Veterans Day, and it goes out to millions of people, and then you begin to get a following, and then you can monetize that in your own way or whatever. And people have done that. And I don't want to do that. But then at the same time, I start to think, this might be a way of raising money for a good cause or whatever. However, that intention, why? At one point, it was to create something every day.
Yeah, which is a great intention.
That's great,
To put some pressure on yourself to get something done and share it with the world at large, for sure. That's what I'm talking about, it being positive. I think that's a positive way to use it.
Yeah, except I began to get obsessive with it.
Yeah, and if you didn't make your content, you're
spending like an hour and a half to get a minute and 30 seconds, that is not me blabbering all over the place, or I don't look good, or the background is the lighting's off and all that crap.
Yep, it's a lot.
It's a lot of work.
You have to be a professional content creator and then also do all the other things you're supposed to be doing, which is another reason I stopped. I've said, I'm a professional real estate broker. I'm not a professional camera person, photo editor, video editor, performer. I'm none of those things. So trying to do those things made it harder for me to do what I was supposed to be doing, because I felt like I had to take the time to do that. And it turns out you don't have to take the time to do that.
So you wouldn't call me a professional content creator if I was doing one every day?
No. I think if you have, if you monetize, obviously that would be the next level of stuff. But I feel like you are a creative person. So when you're creating content to share, it's because you're driven to do so, because you have ideas and you want to flush them out, and you say, oh, that might be good. We'll see if people like this or people like that.
Right.
So it gets your gears turning a little bit, and you can do a thing or two. But like you said, when you start to overthink it and say, well, I'm not going to get a video done in time for tomorrow, and I said I would do one every day, that defeats the purpose of being creative and enjoying yourself, right?
Totally. Well, speaking of that, do you know this guy, Role Model?
Role Model? No.
You don't know Role Model?
No.
Oh God, he's great too. He's another.
Can't
he's
wait
another.
to hear it.
Okay, you got to hear. I'm going to play this because it's called "Sally When the Wine Runs Out."
Okay.
You like that? It sounds like it's a
Sounds
great
like a
title,
fun
isn't
song.
it?
Yeah.
Sally When the Wine Runs Out.
It's a little bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah, it is. Wine runs out.
Wine runs out.
What? This is very hard for somebody with a speech impediment like myself. Those R's are hard.
Yeah.
Sally, when the wine runs out.
Well, I met Sally at a late night dive bar. She don't dance, but she downs her drinks. Heard through a friend she's a born again wild card. She was telling me wild things. Oh, she was telling me wild things. Lives down the street past the 7-Eleven, just close enough that I spent the night. She grabbed my hand at the intersection. I spilled my guts at the red light. Sally,
Underwriting is brought to you by Boise Cascade Distribution, providing products and services needed for building material dealers, home improvement centers, and industrial customers. They offer everything from engineered wood and plywood to Drex decking and railing, James Hardie siding, and Advantech subfloor. Located at 33 Fowler Street Extension in Westfield and on the web at bc.com, they are committed to providing quality products, great service, convenience, and value.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio.
107.5 FM WSFD. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM WSFD-LP Westfield.
Oh, how are you on National Entrepreneurs Day, my great entrepreneur friend.
It's National Entrepreneurs Day. Steve talking about celebrating. I'm going to go celebrate me.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly right. Well, there's no better person to talk about entrepreneurship than Jessica. But first, I want you to know that it's November 18th where you are, and I wish you a happy, happy day. We are in the process of Wow, It's Tuesday. Go to Westfield on weekends. You know, we're just about to become Decemberfest in Westfield.
Ooh, it's a good one. It's a good time
for
of year.
Westfield on weekends, and all of the holiday events that are happening. And my God, there are so many events happening now.
So cool.
I cannot believe the number of events that we've got, from concerts to children's events to an incredible. We're putting up a forest in our Wow Center.
So fun.
Yeah, and we're, instead of using trees, we're using limbs.
Fun.
Bare limbs of trees.
I like it.
And with the shadows that the what do you call branches create and everything? Oh my God, it's going to be so beautiful. And it's to highlight the regional work of these wonderful regional artists who have these great winter scenes that could be purchased by folks as gifts for people. I mean, it would be wonderful. I thought to myself, geez, you know, what a wonderful gift as a Christmas item to buy somebody something that they could put on their wall only for one season.
Original artwork, too. Nice. Yeah.
So at any rate, entrepreneur.
Yes. Hello.
When did you become an entrepreneur?
Oh, let's see.
I don't even know where the word comes from. I know it's between something.
Yeah, so...
Entrepreneur. Do you know?
I don't know. Let's give that a Google.
Yeah.
I always, in my early career, worked for entrepreneurs, right? So to say I became one myself was probably my first own business was Blue Umbrella Books.
Really?
Yes. Yep. I was still working at that time. So I've always been a worker, but at that time I was working for a tattoo supply company. And I was working at a real estate brokerage. I was at Century 21 at the time, and said, you know what I'm going to do to pile on top of this? I'm going to start my own business, and we're going to have the bookstore. But previously, I had worked at tattoo shops in this tattoo supply company, all owned by a single individual who I was very good friends with and would become his first employee. And when he started a business, then I would help him grow and run his companies. And then the same pattern followed when I got my real estate license. I did some work under a mentor and then said, okay, now I got this. I'm going to go do it myself. So through the bookstore and growing the real estate career, I decided I'm better being in charge of myself than working for someone else, in the sense that you can think more creatively and really do things for your customer base that works best for them, instead of the rules the governing body of the company you work for says is best for them, if that makes sense. So it allows me great flexibility in real estate and every other avenue. And I did learn that, like I said, from working. I worked at a few big corporate companies, but not for long, and learning from another entrepreneur who is successful.
The idea of undertake, the word comes from the French verb entreprendre. Entreprendre.
To undertake.
To undertake. Oh my God, yeah.
Yes.
Prendre meaning to take, prene or whatever. Thus, an entrepreneur is essentially someone who undertakes a venture or a business.
Yes.
Now, it's interesting because if you think of it as a venture.
Yes. An adventure.
An adventure.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. But a venture
Yeah.
rather than an undertaking that has a
Oh yeah, it's a
feel to
more
it.
positive feel than an undertaking
venture.
feels like a heavy thing you're taking on. But if you're venturing out, yeah, it sounds more positive. For
The
sure.
word fail, did it come into your vocabulary at any point during
No,
that?
because here's the thing: it's fear. It's fear that keeps people from doing their own thing. People are afraid of not having insurance, not having a steady paycheck, not having. But I recognize that you can always go get a job. There's jobs everywhere. People who are like, oh, there's no jobs. There's always jobs. It's just your willingness to do them. But you can always go get employed. It's not a big deal. So getting employed until you've saved enough money to do your venture is a really, really great plan if you're trying to start something on your own. If you never try it, you will never know, but you can always go back to getting a job.
Yeah.
Like it's
Did
not.
you do a one of those 5-year plans or
No.
any of that sort of stuff, or did you when you got the idea, I'm going to do umbrella books,
Yes.
blue umbrella books? How long was it before you opened? Did you
Not very. No,
you-
no.
like
I'm
you did
I'm
this
an
like
action
in a-
person. So an idea immediately followed by action is how you're successful. I think if you drag your feet and you overthink and you make too many plans, you'll never take the plunge, and then you've wasted a lot of time planning that could have been spent doing. So I'm a big proponent for figure it out and start doing it as soon as possible rather than taking too much time. It doesn't work the same for everybody. I understand that there are planners out there, but I will never make a 5-year plan in my life because I like the flexibility of not knowing what's going to happen next and being able to take advantage of any opportunity that might
Not
present
saying that
itself.
you don't want to have goals or anything.
Yeah,
but
no, goals are good. Yes, of course. But I'm not like, oh, in 5 years, I'd like to, have this or that, or what. In 10 years, I'd like to be retired. But
Well, yeah, sure.
That's about it.
Sure. When you're with a partner, you were with Sean when you started
yes.
this.
Oh,
And
yeah. So
what was
back to the beginning of our conversation, right? Partners
Oh,
and how you make them last and how you work together.
Yeah.
The mantra of our marriage is what we want when we want it.
What
So-
we want when we want it.
Exactly.
I used to sing a song called I Want When I Want It.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's what we want when we want it. So all the decisions we make support that mantra. So it's for ourselves and for our team as a couple. So if Sean wants to go to Ireland in 2014 and work and live there for the entire year, then he's allowed to. And if I want to open a bookstore, he's going to support me, even though we know we're not going to make a single dollar, but we're going to love doing it for the time period that we do it. So we do discuss things at length and fully support each other. And I think there's very little that we've ever talked each other out of doing. But yeah, I mean, we've set things up so that we can take big, huge risks and that there would be the opportunity of a reward in satisfaction, not always in monetary gain. The
Right.
reward is the satisfaction of having done the thing and knowing that you can always fall back and do something else, but taking the risk and not harming ourselves, our families, or our future is the goal.
Well, interesting, because what was that space that you took? It was
Excellent question. I don't even know what was in there before us. Maybe like a phone store, a wireless, like
oh yes,
come in and grab your cell phone store. Yes, because it was just
and
an
why
empty.
did you choose Westfield of all places?
Excellent question. It was one of the Hanushas, Nabil maybe, who owns the shortstop.
Nabil Hanush.
Yes. So Nabil had a connection to my former business partner, Cindy. So she's the one who had a bookshop in Connecticut, and she used to work at Hanush, so she knew Nabil. And he said, I love what you're doing there. Can you bring it here? We're trying to do, zhuzh up downtown and all these things that were starting at the time. So she very much had to be in her Connecticut location, and she and I were doing like book club stuff together. And she said, hey, what do you think about doing this? And I said, that sounds fun. Let's go. So we started it together, and it was maybe 2 weeks in. She was already like out because we started as book club bookstore. Do you remember that?
It was called Book Club.
It was
Bookstore.
called Book Club. And like 2 weeks later, she was like, I don't want to be partners anymore. I just want to have the Connecticut thing. And I was like, okay, thanks, bye. Because I thought we were going to do it together and I was going to still be able to work. And yes, So.
Oh my!
And that's what
God.
happens when you have, partnerships. You got to be careful because you never know what's going to happen for anybody.
Sure. Were you friends after that? Was that difficult?
I would say that we were never really we were never real personal friends. We were like book friends. Like I would go to her store and I would help her run events, and we did book club stuff together.
Right.
So there was no falling out or loss of a thing. Like it's just kind of when you do separate ways. Like this isn't the best thing for me. This is
Sure. It was like a secondary relationship in your life.
Exactly, more of an associate than a
yes.
We didn't have huge personal ties, so there was no hard feelings or weird. No.
So then you're stuck doing it on your own.
Yes, with lots of help from Sean, and of course you remember Joyce Tuesday and Andy, who I couldn't have done any of the bookstore stuff without them. They were so wonderful. But did
they just come out of the blue?
They've been friends of mine for a very long time. Okay. So, and Andy also entrepreneur. Andy got out of college and said, I am not going to work for another big company. I'm going to start my own company, and his company is wildly successful, and so he's able to, because of the nature of his business is IT, he could come to the bookstore and hang out with me all day and just be doing his own work from his laptop,
Got it. Sure.
Yeah, so that's the good thing about entrepreneurship. You make the rules.
I'm wondering, could an entrepreneur, an undertaking could be not connected to a store, could be a project or something. Like when I left teaching to be an actor and take control of my acting career or my whatever, okay? Yes. So I have to give up all of this other stuff. Mm-hmm. And suddenly I am trying to find my work. Yes. I am trying to work on the stuff that I need in order to pursue this undertaking.
Yes.
And just continue it and continuing and day to day to day. And I wasn't thinking, now that I think about it,
you had a dream.
I wasn't thinking about, my God, I'm going to be broke in another 2 weeks, or
because you knew you could always go back to passing orders or getting a job at a
exactly
diner.
Right.
Yeah,
and
you can always find work, and I think that's at the heart of any entrepreneur. Is they know even if they fail or if it doesn't work out, that they can go back, but they're not scared to take the risk because they believe they can accomplish what they're setting out to do. A lot of other people don't have that fire inside to say, forget this.
So
most people want to be comfortable and secure.
Then what point, this sounds we're talking the other end of the scale, but at what point do you say to yourself, I did my best, I think I'm going to move on and close the umbrella?
Great question. So you have to balance the amount of joy you're getting, the amount of money you're getting, and the amount of time and money you're also investing. Because it was very painful to say, I don't think I can sustain this. And the lease was coming up. I had a 2-year lease, and the lease was coming up to its end. And the decision was very much going to be to shutter the place. This was really great, and we sustained it for 2 years with no significant losses. We all ran this bookstore together, and it was really great. But when the lease is up, we're going to let it go. And then, of course, Russell came along and said, you can't let it go. I'll keep it up. So that was a decision that, again, hindsight, maybe shuttering it would have been for the best.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry, Russell.
Yeah.
But having it go on was important to me at the time. So.
But you weren't involved after.
No, it was my lease was 2016 to 2018, and then when the lease was up, I talked to the landlords and said, "Hey, I'm out on the lease, but if you want to lease to this guy, I'm willing to give him the business, the inventory, all that stuff, and walk away." Yeah.
I got it. So it was a little easier, in a sense, to walk away.
100%, yes.
But that moment, that identity that was wrapped up in Blue Umbrella.
Yeah, you did not want to be the person who I didn't want to look at. I had failed at something. I wanted to say, well, it was a smart decision, and my real estate business was really catching on fire at that point too. So I needed more time to focus on that because it was more rewarding, obviously, monetarily than.
Sure.
But spending the time at the bookstore was certainly a labor of love. I loved being in there and having everyone come in and chat, and just the events we did were incredible. Seeing you downtown all the time was amazing. We're still here doing this almost 10 years later, you and I on the radio.
That? Oh my God, honest to God. But you have gone on to really build a wonderful business.
Yes, thank you.
And do you have will you be a real estate agent for a long while?
I would. I
what's
would like
that
to
next
have it be
challenge?
I would have it be my last job. I would hope. There's still a couple of things I would like to do in my life, so I don't know if there's
Couple of
going to be
ventures?
a volunteer. Yeah, if it's going to be a volunteer aspect, or if I'm going to try to gain employment somewhere because they're not really entrepreneurial endeavors.
Right.
Maybe one is. I have like 3
Yeah.
ideas that I still want to do.
Sure.
But I would like to slow down my business. 10 more years. I don't know that I can ever retire. There's this real estate woman who is in her 80s in Connecticut who I always say I want to be her when I'm in my 80s. Like, she just has the most perfect manicure, and she has big, chunky rings on every
yeah.
finger, and her hair is perfectly done, and her
Sure.
lipstick is exactly right. And I'm like, I want to be that woman
Yeah.
when I'm 85. I want to still show up and, crush another agent and say, this is how it's going to go,
Yeah.
girly,
Yeah, yeah.
But I do also want to retire and also explore some other things. So we'll see if I end up in that position or another one. But that's the beauty of it, is who knows? Yes, I would like to keep doing it.
Yeah, and your husband in the music industry, does he ever talk
We
about?
gotta retire him. No, he does say all the time, I'm in my 50s. Like, when am I going to stop doing this? And my response to him is always, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like, you could be retired. It would be fine. Like, if he said, I'm just going to retire and I'm not going to, travel anymore or tour, I would be 100% fine with it. But what is he going to do? He can't sit home and just not do, like, what's your plan? So as soon as he brings me a plan of something that will satisfy him, if he's not on the road playing music, then I'll consider him saying that he's retired. But he's in the midst of writing like 2 records right now, which means 2 more years of traveling.
Right.
And then, the traveling's gotten less in this post-COVID environment.
Right.
Bands
Right.
tour in different ways, so he doesn't have
Sure.
to be gone for 8 weeks at a time anymore, which makes it easier for him. But it also makes it harder because you get comfortable staying at home. So then you don't want to go to California for 5 days and play shows and come home. You want to just stay home.
Yeah, yeah.
So hopefully he will just keep doing a little bit less each year until he's maybe just full-time. Maybe making music from home would be cool. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
But someday.
The idea, I
Isn't that cool, though,
is-
that you can do that nowadays? You couldn't do that 10 years ago?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's
sure.
the crazy part. His band, one of the most popular bands he's in, everyone in the band lives in California except for him. And he's able to do all of his guitar parts and his writing and his remote stuff from Connecticut. And then they get together when they record in person, and then they travel together. And
Even then, though, nowadays with Dante and Dante Manager
you
and
don't
stuff,
even have to be there.
you could literally, with low latency and stuff like that, if you had a really good fiber connection, you don't need to leave home to be in the recording studio with them.
Yeah.
And that's part of it's the vibe more than the necessity.
Yeah.
When it comes to a band, like the 5 of them like to be together when they're writing and recording. But
Absolutely. So it's
Pete's
better.
right. Yeah, Pete's right. You don't have to be there.
Yeah,
They
it's
could all be
better
in
that way.
separate locations.
Yeah. It's sort of that way for 80-year-olds, I think. As I turn 80, I start to think, this is a project. This is an undertaking. Oh God, undertaking.
Yeah,
oh my God, what
that
an
was a
awful word.
double entendre.
Yeah, really, isn't that interesting? The undertaking of being a senior and what you do with those last years of your life,
Right.
and recognizing.
You're thinking about like legacy stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my gosh, and how to exist when you're you're having nightmares about losing your memory or all that sort of
This is what
stuff.
Bob thinks about nowadays.
Boom, boom. Well, I gotta prepare or something. But I also it's true. But you gotta. I have to look on the bright side.
Yes,
in one way. There's a great song by Frank Sinatra that I think I'll play because it sort of fits right in here. He had that album, The September of My Years, back in the 60s. It was the late 60s, I think, and or maybe early 60s, might have been around 63 or so. But the September of My Years were all about turning old. And he had this big hit, what is it? It was a very good year when when it was 35. It was a very good year. You know this song?
It sounds familiar.
Oh my God.
It's Frank.
It's
If
the,
you play it, I'll know it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, but on that album, there is this great song called "The Man in the Looking Glass," and the part of the album, it says, you know, the man in the looking glass, who can he be? Can he possibly, the man in the looking glass, can he possibly be me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then he goes on, and then at the end, he puts a button on it, and he says, life is worth living if just once in a while you can look in the looking glass and smile.
Yeah.
You know, the idea, oh God, every time I look, I go, oh no, look at that. It looks like there's a wrinkle that's starting now over here. I'm going to have one of those.
You have you have no right to have the skin that you have for your age.
Oh, it's
you
the
have
moisture.
Beautiful skin.
Oh, stop. Oh, yeah. No. If you really look at it, it's like a leather handbag.
Your skin is my age.
Oh, stop.
I swear it.
All right. But at any rate, looking in the mirror and looking at yourself as you now look, you know, the waddle and all that crap. All right, so this is The Man in the Looking Glass, Frank Sinatra from the September of the Years. Listen to the words of this. It's really kind of poignant in its own way. I love this.
I've seen that face before, that face that I see in the mirror. I know that face, I've seen that face before. I knew that dopey guy when he didn't know how to tie his tie. He stood right there and he had hair galore. The man in the looking glass, who can he be? The man in the looking glass, can he possibly be me? Where's our young Romeo, the lad who used to sigh? Who's the middle-aged Lothario with a twinkle in his eye? He seems so much wiser now, less lonely, but then could be he's only pretending again. Man in the looking glass, smiling away. How's your sacroiliac today? Where's your first love affair? That tragedy d'amour, the true love you thought would be the end of you for sure. Man in the looking glass, have no regrets. The man who is wise never forgets that life is worth living if once in a while you can look in that looking glass and smile.
Support for the community programming provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday. Every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
107.5 FM, WSFD.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 107.5 FM, WSFD-LP, Westfield.
I did it! I did it, Jessica. I became 80.
That makes me
So
laugh.
Hey,
I'm
Bob,
about ready
Every
to
time I
be-
hear
Listen,
it, it makes me
the
laugh.
fact that I was able to save that
Yeah.
with Jay's laugh,
Yeah.
So good.
yeah,
Oh my
that
God,
was huge.
I don't know. Oh, I was. You know what I was saying, that where that is from, because usually when we would record one of those bumpers or whatever you call it, like that. Peter will tell you, I'm not satisfied until I get it right.
Yeah,
and I don't know how many takes we
It's
did
like
on
7
it.
or 10 takes, but
Oh
we were doing
my
it
God,
live
was-
on the air.
Yeah.
Oh, was I doing it live? And it was
Yeah, we did
becoming
it live on the air.
It
Holy
was either the day I was on or like
Oh,
close
what's-
proximity because I very much remember the whole thing unfolding. You
I
trying to
did
read
it.
the- Yes.
I did it. I'm saying that to myself every day of the week. I did it. I got up today. I got out of bed. Holy God. Well, I've been reading Up a Storm. You've been reading Up a Storm.
Yes.
I am almost, you won't believe it, 120 pages from the end of Brothers. Now, it's not Karamazov. All my life I've been saying Brothers Karamazov.
And it's wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's Brothers Now I have to do it. Karamazov. Karamazov. Karamazov.
I did it.
Karamazov. Brothers Karamazov. No, Brothers Karamazov. I did it.
Good job, Bob.
So I'm almost there.
Okay.
All right. Now, folks, it's a long book, 900 pages, okay? Is it too long? Absolutely too long.
Yes.
Okay. Is it worth reading? Absolutely. Are the parts of the main story, the crux of this murder and everything worth it? Holy gosh, yes. Are the discussions about God and everything interesting? Is there a God? What does he allow, et cetera? It's very well done. But there are some times when I said, oh, get on with it, for God's sakes. Maybe because I want to get on to another book or whatever,
it's
you
too
know.
much.
Yeah, and I did take a break. I took a break between book 5 and 6, I think. So I've read 5 books and then I stopped. Because they're long books, so I stopped that. But I've got to say that I can give it right now. I could probably say that it's on my list of classic books. It's probably my least favorite of the 5 I've read in the last year.
Oh.
But that doesn't mean it's about an 8, 7.5.
Our
8.
scale is 1 through 5, Bob.
Oh. Then it's
5 is the
4,
best.
3, no, 3.5, 4.
Okay, a
It's
4 is a
it's
pretty
4.
strong rating.
It is because Dostoevsky is just so great, and I'm reading a version by Michael Katz. If you're going to read a version of that's translated, you got to find the right one. So Google best translation of, because that will help you to decide what you're going to read. This one was a little bit more conversational, a little bit more fun than the others, which were a little more cut and dry.
Got it.
At any rate, you're reading Wally Lamb?
I am reading Wally Lamb. We have a couple of books going, but the Wally Lamb, The River is Waiting, is his new book. I'm reading that for my Connecticut book club.
The River is Waiting by Wally Lamb, who wrote She's Gone. Oh,
He
gosh.
wrote everything.
Oh, God. Oh, what's that wonderful one about the brothers? One is, I think, schizophrenic or something.
That sounds right, too.
This much I know to be true.
I know this much is true.
I know this much is true.
Yep.
Holy gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us.
Oh, it's a tough read because
You were reading it on the cruise.
I was reading it in the sunshine, and I almost thought maybe I should just throw this book overboard.
Oh, yourself?
Yes. because it is so depressing.
Yeah.
But it is a great book for discussion. It brings up a lot of stuff that you would want to talk about. There is a family tragedy. There is an addiction struggle. It's all Wally Lamb's Connecticut, so it's all like local stuff that you can relate
Northern
to.
Connecticut.
And anywhere in New
yeah.
England, I think you can be like, oh yeah, I know these places
Yeah.
he's talking about, and New Haven and all the stuff. So a lot of relatable things, and again, a poignant topic for the day and age that we live in. So just very, very dark. That's my warning, is that if you're not in the mood to be dragged down to the depths of someone else's depression, then do not read. But really well written, and it's definitely kept me turning the pages.
Yeah. So the premise of it is this guy is put in jail.
Yes. So he has a struggle with addiction, and he's a younger guy with a young wife and a young family, and his addiction causes a horrific tragedy to befall his family, for which he will then be incarcerated for, to not spoil too much.
Yeah.
And then it's his journey, through jail. And I probably, same as you, I probably have 100 or 120 pages left.
And
to
how
read.
long? Is it a long book? Like
No,
500,
it's
400 maybe?
400-ish.
Yeah,
pages,
that's
so I'm probably 2/3 through.
350, 400 is a
it's a
good
reasonable
regular book.
size. So I am, hoping for his redemption and a happy ending. But right now,
Me
it's so
too.
bleak.
Oh, really? Oh,
I mean,
good.
I've been reading 150 pages of him inside prison, and that's not the nicest place for anyone to live. It's not meant to be.
God.
So.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had that happen where I'm reading a book and I want to recommend it, but then I have to be sure that who I'm recommending it
Right.
to
Is this the right book for
is
this
this
person?
the right book for them? If this person is having a bad time, maybe this is not the right book to read.
Something more
you know?
uplifting, perhaps.
Yeah. Let's go to Pollyanna or Shirley Temple's
Something more uplifting.
life
for
story or whatever. You had an experience at Barnes and Noble when you were. Tell us this.
I
This
went
is
to pick up the Wally Lamb book, and I was getting checked out by a young cashier who was just, doing her job and cashing me out. And the woman who was next to her, I would estimate to be in probably her middle 70s. And she caught the cover of the book that was being checked out next to her. So she engaged me in a conversation.
Oh, she was not even your
No, that's why I love the story so much.
Oh.
She saw the book and she said, "Oh my gosh, do you like Wally Lamb? Are you excited to read that book?" And I explained to her that it was for my book club and that I honestly wasn't super excited because I knew that Wally Lamb books could be dark. And she heard I had a book club, and we chatted a little bit about that. And she came out from behind the counter, asked if she could show me something that she was very excited about. And she took me over to like one of the Center Island displays and showed me the correspondent, which I just found out Bob also already has, which I'm very excited
I
about.
don't know.
Oh, you don't
I've
have
been
it yet.
no. I'm going to
it's on
buy
your
it
list.
immediately because everywhere I go, I hear about this book.
Yeah.
And,
Well, if you want to wait, you can have my copy when I'm.
No, I
done with it,
want
too.
to.
You want to read it right
when
away?
you're reading it. Then, no. It's
But
an epistolary book.
She sold me a book though, which as a former bookseller, I was so excited about because you don't have that experience often, even when you're browsing in bookstores. Most people leave you to it or whatever. So she was very excited to show me the book and to hope that my book club would someday choose it. And I told her, I'm buying it right now. You're so excited. I'm getting it right now. So now I'm excited to read it.
The premise of the book, well, it's not
Tell
the
me the
premise. The
word.
concept is that it's an epistolary novel.
Epistolary. That's the vocabulary word that means it's written entirely in letter format.
Letters, yes. The epistles of the New Testament or something are letters like the epistles of Paul, St. Paul, and all that sort of stuff. It means letters, so epistolary. So all these are letters, and you get the story by reading the letters. Yeah.
Yep, I'm excited.
Yeah, there's a play called The Dining Room. No, is it The Dining Room? I do it. Oh, Love Story or Love it has love in the title. Carol Palmer and I did it. Love Letters, and it's all epistolary. That shows the growth of a marriage through the letters that they've written to one another. And it looks, it doesn't take a long while to read a letter. So
exactly.
I think this is going to be a good, quick read. But apparently it is one of the best books of 2025. I don't even know who wrote it. We can find out.
It's a debut from this author.
Oh, really? It's her debut. Oh, she's going to have a real good career.
The narrative voice is also a woman in her 70s later in life, and the author is like in her 30s. So they're also saying that it's amazing how she captured the voice of an older woman.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the correspondent, okay, Virginia Evans, could that be it?
Sounds right.
Let's see.
Yep,
Yes, there it
that's
is.
the cover.
It has two beautiful
birds.
little
Yeah.
birds on the cover. Great book for giving, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Listen, I want to say that we stay tuned because you and Sean are going to be part of my my celebration of my 8 decades.
Can't wait
of
to
life.
celebrate you.
Yeah,
I'm very
yeah.
excited.
We're going to have a little dinner together, and maybe you pick a couple of people to join us.
Can't wait.
And we'll sit and whatever. And meanwhile, everyone, I just want to say that one of the reasons that I am able to get up every day and say, wow, I love what I do, is because I get validated by my friends, by my family, by people who stop me in the street or whatever and say thank you or the opposite, whatever they're interested and interesting. And so one of the gifts of my life is the community life that I have in Westfield.
You've certainly built a big one.
Well, I love my community life, and you go to Westfield on weekends. Incidentally, oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh gosh, the Tree Jubilee is now in session. Okay, you go to Westfield on weekends, you can see the 30 beautiful trees that you could see in person at Roots at 181 Root Road in Westfield. That's outside of the Reminder Publications up there at the Roots Athletic Center. You see a wonderful athletic center. Meet the folks who publish the great newspapers that we have in the area and see these incredible trees, many of which have prizes on them. Some of them have hundreds of dollars worth of prizes. So and you can go online and you can see the trees, and you can also bid online. You don't even have to see the trees in person. But for the kids and for yourself, I recommend a visit, and go to westfieldonweekends.com and look at Decemberfest happenings, what's happening, and thank you all, and I wish you all the best. Hey, I'm going to play one of my favorite performers is Jonathan Groff. One of my favorite other performers is Bobby Darin. One of my favorite songs is Beyond the Sea, which is based on one of my favorite composers, Camille Saint-Saëns, La Mer. And it's a classical song that was created into a great hit for Bobby Darin. This is Beyond the Sea, and I'll see you next time, everyone. Thanks
Have
for
a great
listening.
day.
Get out and volunteer.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the star, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing.
No more sailing,
No more sailing,
no more sailing,
no more water,
no more sailing,
kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea. Never again I'll go say